In contrast to its definition of expert-designed presentation, it characterizes interpretation as the full range of potential activities intended to heighten public awareness and enhance understanding of cultural heritage sites, including community activities, participation in discovery, special events and celebration, and evaluation of the interpretation process itself by everyone involved, visitors and experts alike.
Interpretation, at least for me, is essentially about meaning. It's the intellectual content that is provided about a site. There are, of course, as many interpretations as there are visitors. As Neil says, it's impossible to define or even predict what kind of reaction a particular site will evoke in a visitor. Expert interpretation is only one side of the heritage dialogue. Each visitor makes his or her own interpretation of even the most polished story.
Heritage interpretation should also include local communities surrounding sites as part of co-production, as Silverman argued. Members of local communities, regardless of their gender or age, can be invited to participate in interpretational material to tell their own story to visitors. This form of co-production provides this group with opportunities to link their cultural tradition and life experience, so as to strengthen their cultural identity and sense of belonging.
Interpretation is never easy. There is never just one authorized interpretation of heritage. The kind of conversation in need is beyond placing blames, but conversation that would enable greater accountability and mutual understanding in terms of how to move on and avoid repeating the violence in the context of ongoing uneven globalization.
And I would say indeed, well, wait a minute. Can't we reshape heritage making and think about inclusive reinterpretation as part of reconciliatory identity politics? I think it's absolutely essential.
To be comprehensive, interpretation should be an integral part of heritage management and shaped by all its fundamental principles and processes, and aim at serving a widest possible array of audiences through diverse means.
Yes, it is hard work telling divisive histories, but it is essential.
More and more aware that there are multiple memories associated with places.
But if a nation state has a monopoly conflict between any national interest and the world heritage, the outstanding values, it is in a sense inevitable.
You know, we have there's this contradiction in heritage where, you know, when it's singular, when it has one narrative, it feels very powerful and strong. But actually it's quite vulnerable, because if that one narrative is in any way challenged, then it all crumbles.